I swear, sometimes there are properties that just take your breath away, and this is one of them today. I'm real estate broker Leah Courage. I'm at this home in Anacortes. It's waterfront. I am so excited to show this to you, and we are going to do a video tour. So I'm gonna get us turned around, and let's begin. This beautiful listing is courtesy of Kevin Goforth with Windermere. A huge shout out and thank you to Kevin Goforth with Windermere of Anacortes. We appreciate you letting us show this absolutely unbelievable property. So to start, this home, this house is in an area of Anacortes, Washington called Biz Point. Biz Point is one of my favorite places in all of Anacortes because it's tucked away, it feels incredibly private. It's like you're out in the middle of absolute nowhere, surrounded by green and old growth trees and just spectacular views, unbelievable waterfront properties, and yet you're about like 12 minutes from downtown Anacortes. That's the beauty of Biz Point. And every single property in Biz Point also is completely unique. So starting out with this property, one of the absolute coolest things about it is the outside. And so speaking of the outside, these current owners that are selling it right now are botanists. And so what have they done? They have basically turned this place into essentially like a northwest version of a Japanese garden for the next owner. They've put native plantings all throughout the property that all bloom at different times of the year. They're all incredibly low maintenance, but gorgeous to look at. Property has this beautiful driveway that comes down and wraps around this lovely median that has big old stumps, which you can only find in a place like the Pacific Northwest. We're going to be exploring this a little bit later, this 3-car garage, in addition to the 2-car garage that has the breezeway through to the house. But first, when you enter, what makes this place so special is the outside, because it feels basically like it's a fairy wonderland almost, if you will. It's so gorgeous. These plantings do an amazing job of blending wild with manicured. And for people who have green thumbs, I say hats off to you because it's incredibly difficult to do. And the other cool thing about plantings is it's not something that you can instantly, easily replicate. These all take tons and tons of time to grow in and become full and beautiful. And I will tell you what, these sellers have done this work for you. So this is the garage right here. We've got this beautiful aggregate concrete walkway with these hexagonal, basically kind of hexagonal patterns. This is made to look like it's wood, but it's not. It's cement, so it's incredibly weatherproof. You'll find the same aggregate concrete inside the house that there is outside. And all of this came from Rosario Beach on Orcas Island, which is so incredibly cool. So all these pebbles came locally from the San Juan Islands. One of the absolute coolest things about this property is the front door. Look at this. This came from an Alaskan artist that we haven't been able to find any information on. Their name is down here. If anybody can find this, Wierch, I don't even know how you pronounce that. But if anybody can find any information on this artist, that would be so appreciated. But you basically get a piece of artwork here in your front door. What a cool way of greeting people. And I have to just point a little bit more out. Sellers put these beautiful plantings in. I don't know what this is. I want to say it's a smoke bush or something, but they put these plantings in front of the windows to give it a little bit more of a full feeling, more privacy. And just one more, like, look how gorgeous this is. Unbelievable. So that is a nice sticky door. It's a heavy door. So let's walk inside. And as soon as you walk in, you're right here in the entryway. But this wood, this is the koa wood, right, Johnny? Yes, ma'am. So outside we had the concrete that was made to look like wood, but inside we've got the same aggregate concrete, and this is actually Hawaiian koa wood. There's a different type of wood up in the ceiling. with all the beam work up there. But again, the moment you walk in, you're greeted with this really cool 1970s feeling property. Cedar-lined walls, which is, I mean, there's absolutely no way that you could replicate this house for the price that they're asking. They're asking the mid 2 million range, right in between 2 and 3 million. And you could, there's no way you could build this same house with the 2595. There's no way you could build this same house with these materials ever again. So you look up.
You can't find clear grain cedar anymore, let alone buy it.
No. Yeah, exactly. It's impossible to replicate. And this home was built in 1979 between, oh, and this is so cool. So these rocks with this, for this wood burning fireplace, and there's another fireplace in the master, it's a total of 36 tons of rock that were quarried right here on Fidalgo Island. The architect's name is Herbert Clifford Pearson, and he's a local architect that's still alive here in Anacortes. I believe he's older, but he constructed some beautiful properties. And the other really cool thing about this is that he made the sellers, the original owners of the house, sign a non-duplication agreement when he built this place. So that means that the designs for this house have to be secret. They are secretly passed off from owner to owner, which is just, to me, I think one of the absolute coolest things ever.
It's a one-off.
So it is truly a one-off. So videos, it's always almost impossible to capture how incredible views are, especially when it comes to waterfront views from a video. But this is what you're getting in your living space. So you're looking pretty much northwest right here. You've got a couple rocks out front that are year-round. When the tide's up, just like it is now, they just kind of peek out. When the tide goes way down, they're covered in seals. And with Biz Point, the coolest thing about this property also is you get some major winds that go ripping up the sound, but you're protected right here because you have literally Biz Point right over there. Very cool. So this area leads to, they're calling this the office area. It could also be used as a third bedroom.
There's a closet in it, yeah.
Essentially, yeah, there's a closet. The backside of this fireplace with all that absolutely sensationally beautiful stone. Radiant heat also in this house above on this platform up here. So the house is heated by radiant heat, but really the sellers actually use a pellet stove in the living room that I'm going to point out in a minute. But this room is like the perfect cozy nook. If this was my house, I would totally make this my personal office space. John would have to go find something else. He can have the garage. He can have the garage. Gorgeous, totally mature. Trees out there to give it a very full, kind of grown in look, and you still get water views even from this room. Wood burning fireplace that actually is a pass-through. Very cool. So you can see, so you can have one fire in here, enjoy it from two different rooms. And the other really interesting thing about this house is the rooms have this kind of open air architecture. So if you wanted to close this off and make it a totally private room, you absolutely could. But if you want to have a private conversation, don't have it in any of the rooms except for the primary suite.
You put out the ceiling heat.
Yeah.
Either side.
Yes.
So it's like stucco type ceiling, so it has the thermal mass. So when it heats up, it.
Oh, that I didn't realize. That is so cool. So also another thing is this whole space was designed to feel like a ship. So what was Kevin saying that this is like?
Or the helm.
Yeah, he calls this the helm, which is just too cool. And you got, yeah, beautiful built-in seating here. And there's a lot of room for activities. I mean, this is one heck of an entertainment area here. Again, here's the front side of the fireplace and this big, beautiful mantle. One of the owners is part of the MONA. I think it's the Museum of Northwest Art. I think she's on the board. So she's got all this really, really cool Pacific Northwest native art all throughout the house, which lends definitely to the overall feeling of this being like a quintessential Pacific Northwest beautiful kind of estate.
I think it goes more like a longhouse than a ship.
Yeah, how so?
Well, with the big pillars and the way the ceiling's done.
Yeah. You mean like a Viking longhouse?
Or like a Native American longhouse.
Or Native American longhouse. Yes. Okay. There you go. And like I was saying before, pellet stove. So this was upgraded just a couple years ago, and this heats basically the entire house.
Also gas stove, so you can put in a gas stove if you wanted.
Ah, gas stub so you can put in a gas stove.
Change the stove, done.
Very cool. Dining room or dining area right off the kitchen, which is beautiful. Also built-in cabinet with a door, which is kind of cool. I think that's kind of a creative design, all lit up, so you can put your trinkets and your treasures in here on full display. Yes. Kitchen. Sub-zero fridge in the kitchen. Look at all of this storage also. That's one of the other really cool things about this house. It's not only artistic, but it's crazy how functional it is too. Tons and tons of storage space in this house. There are almost no right angles in the property too. It was designed with kind of a hexagonal theme in mind, just like you can see with the floors. It reminds me of a beehive, if you will. Get this beautiful, almost secret fridge and freezer, built with the same wood veneer. Look at these beautiful, I'm just still obsessed with the floors. Okay, can we talk about the countertops for a second? These are solid copper countertops running throughout the kitchen. Tons of working space. You do have a downdraft, which is not my favorite personally, but it's a lot of space in here, and I'm sure if you wanted to, you could probably figure out how to outfit some type of a better draft. But these countertops are out of control, incredible. It's one of the things that I love most about homes that are unique homes like this. They come with materials and character that are extremely hard to replicate. You know, in a world of everything being Pottery Barn and Joanna Gaines, not that I have any problem with Joanna Gaines, but everything kind of being same. It's so refreshing to see a house with so much character and personality and built with real materials, like actual wood. Beautiful amount of cabinet space off of the kitchen. So two different ways also to get into the master suite, but I think I gotta take you this way first, because this way has, stairs to go upstairs, which we will go towards after we take a look at the primary suite. But first, going in this way, because behind
Privacy?
door number one is a sauna. A fully cedar-lined sauna.
And then you rinse off.
Well, it's like a full-on Jack and Jill. I mean, like a Jack and Jill bathroom in a different way, because you can literally follow through. So yeah, you've got sauna on one side, which is so incredibly cool. A really nice redone shower that Kevin, the listing agent, pointed out mimics the beautiful, very kind of sea foamy like colors that you get outside. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Because that's the view that you have outside.
Can't forget about the tiles. Here's your view right outside. You can look at it as you're rinsing off after you've gotten disgusting sweating in your sauna. Yeah, I really love the tile choice. I'm so tired of the white subway tile that everybody does.
It's over.
It's kind of over. Peekaboo. Cedar-lined bathroom with a really nice, older but still functional jetted soaking tub. Extra long, actually. It's quite nice.
Then dump shut in your closet.
And then you can put stuff in your closet. So you've got his and her closets. So you see how we started out on that side and now we're on this side. So the primary suite basically has two hallways. Each hallway has its own dedicated set of what are these called? Closet spaces.
Yeah, closet doors.
Yeah, closet doors. And they're pretty darn deep, if I'm being honest. And you do get also, this is yet another portion of kind of the Jack and Jill bathroom. So you've got the sauna and you've got the shower over here. But I like that they kind of separated the shower from where the toilet and the sinks are. It's very cool. So you get door on this side, you enter in, you get this beautiful, again, same kind of seafoam green tile countertop, and then a pocket door, and then toilet. Only problem I have with this house is the carpet. There's carpet by the toilet. Let's never do that, people. Never do that again. But literally the only negative of this house is the fact that there's carpet in the bathroom. You can replace the carpet, you're good. Go through, and once again, you're on the other side, so you've got his and hers completely separate rooms for the sink with the toilet room in the middle. So it's different. When I told you this house had character, I wasn't kidding. So you've got toilets, you've got sauna and shower over here, and we're looking back through. And again, this is the hallway that leads back towards the living room. So hallways on either side. Hopefully I'm not confusing the absolute hell out of you. But hallways basically on either side, and now we're in the primary suite. It will all make sense when I go to the edge of the room and turn around. But I do want to show you, here's the other half of the 35 tons or 36 tons of rock quarried on our own beautiful Fidalgo Island right down the road. So all of this stone was local. And you get the same beautiful radiant heat all throughout the room. And this, most importantly, is what you get to wake up to every single morning. And don't worry, we're gonna go outside in a little while. Oh my gosh, and the sun's starting to come out. Woo, gorgeous. And this is one of,
And a goldfinch.
oh yeah, the bird activity here, the wildlife activity here is out of control. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful old cool stove. I love cool old wood stoves. And this one's really unique. This is a glass front. Insert the wood here, and then you have, what do you call these?
Hot plates.
2 hot plates. John knows, he grew up in the woods. He's a hillbilly from the woods of Orcas Island. Oh yeah, he said his mom used to make biscuits on that thing. Okay, so let me back up. Let me back up and show you. We've got hallway number 1, and we've got hallway number 2. So see how I'm telling you? It's his and hers, and you've got one section for the sinks and toilet, and then the next one down there is for the sauna and the shower. Very, very cool setup.
You can run laps if you want.
You could, yes, you could run laps. Exactly. Such a creatively thought out house. And it's all cedar, and it's all wood. There's absolutely, so when I tell you, oh, and here, off of this side, you get a very cool shaped powder room. I love that. And a little copper sink. Everything here was creatively done. And might I add, there's storage everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere that they could put storage in this house, they did. This is right off the entryway. One thing I'm going to show you before we go upstairs, we're in the entryway now. Right off the front door, you have laundry, which is beautiful. And there's a separate entrance over here, exterior entrance to the laundry. No, the garage is not totally covered, attached to the house, but you know what? For a property like that, who cares? You can get a tiny little bit wet. There still is a breezeway, so you will be covered, but it is not attached. But it wouldn't have been the same property if it was. But again, lots and lots of storage in the nice sized laundry room, which is where these sellers prefer to come in. And this is actually, it's great to have an exterior entrance in the mudroom, laundry room, so that you can dry off your dog and throw the dirty, stinky dog stuff directly into the washer dryer. Or throw your dirty clothes into the sink if they need to be hand washed. It's a really good design. And it's never a bad thing to have the primary suite on the main level. Nope. Let's go take a look at the upstairs. Can't get over this view. This view's unbelievable. Okay, now you'd think that, oh, maybe the stairs are standard. Nope, they're not. They're beautiful. Maybe there's something that's not custom in this house. Nope, everything's custom. So remember how we were talking about the helm? Well, now I'm at the top of the helm. tremendous amount. I think it's 11 hole, beautiful windows for the skylights here, letting in a ton of light. So they've got this space set up as an office. Be a fun lounge. What do you use this space for?
Office probably.
He'd use this as an office. No, you DJ from up here. This is where you'd have your decks, and the crowd would be down here.
Good acoustics.
This is exactly right. Right now it's built as an office, but again, it's open air, plein air, open air. That's not the right usage of that term, but I don't care. But again, my point is a lot of these rooms are open. So now I'm in the guest bedroom up here. So you get the office perch and then the guest bedroom, but it is open. So you do have to be aware of that. Is it an easy fix if you wanted to completely separate this guest room off and turn it into, it could be completely private so that you couldn't hear anything? Absolutely. Gosh, so much natural light. But look at this guest bedroom. Look at the brick fireplace also that you get. And again, that same stove that you get in the primary suite downstairs where you feed in the wood from the side. Very cool. Built-in storage, built-in closet, and unbelievable views. And don't worry, we're going outside soon, so you're going to see these views. You've been patient as I go through and wax poetic about all the cool elements of this house. So, guest bathroom. Again, carpet and guest bathroom. Let's not do that. But this carpet's been here forever. So, put something else here instead of carpet. Yeah, that'll make me happy. It's the only thing that this house needs. People might say, "Oh, I want to update the bathrooms." Why? Why would you update them? They're so cool. They're fine, exactly as is. This house is not for people who are wanting to whitewash everything. This house is for people who appreciate some funk and who appreciate some serious character. This is not your stereotypical cookie cutter property. That's personally what I love about it. I don't have a problem with cookie cutter properties because everything has their place, right? Also, if you've been watching this far, please subscribe to this channel. We're doing property tours. Yes?
You mentioned the Acreage?
I did.
Where the stones came from?
Stones came from Rosario Beach on Orcas Island, right?
That's right.
Yep. I got it. No, you could not. No, you can't just go to a beach.
9 truckloads of rocks on the beach?
No, you can't just go to a beach and then just scrape up a whole bunch of rock. So this is, again, Hawaiian, I think it's koa wood, Hawaiian koa wood. And this is a different type of very special hardwood with the beams up here. So beautiful. As I was saying though, subscribe to this channel because we do property tours, we do relocation videos. We want you to know what life is like, what homes are like, what real estate is like in Anacortes, in the North Puget Sound, and that is what this channel is all about. And also, if you're interested in buying or selling in this area, we would love to discuss your plans with you and see how we can help you. We've been doing this for a long time and we're kind of good at it. So we'd love to put our expertise to work for you. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite part of the whole property. Okay, more cedar, yep, all cedar siding. Look at this beautiful house. Oh my gosh. Here's the back of the house. What is that?
Yeah, very, very old intercom system.
An old intercom system. You know what?
79, baby.
80s and the late 70s were one of the best eras for home construction. I will fight people on this. Sliding glass doors leading off the master. You're not supposed to say master. The primary suite, not the master suite. And crushed gravel. You've got 167 feet of shoreline here. I don't know if you can hear this, but there are birds all over the place, and this is so peaceful. Oh my gosh, and this is even just part of the property. So you get the same aggregate concrete and then faux wood concrete.
Stamped to look like wood.
Yeah, stamped to look like wood and stained to look like wood.
Gotta get that creek now.
Oh my gosh, there's a creek that is year-round running through this property. I don't even think I pointed that out as I was starting this video, but yeah, it goes right down here and then exits into the water. Okay, I'm gonna walk down and show you. You can't get down to the water from here. There's as part of this community, you do have, you might be able to see it way out there. You do have a community dock, and you do have two mooring buoys that you can tap into. The sellers prefer to keep their boat in Skyline, apparently, and they pay a little under $500 a month to be able to keep their boat on land, and then Skyline Marina will clean their boat off and put it into the water and take it out of the water as many times as they want in a month for $500 a month. So that's actually a really, really good deal. But the waterfront lifestyle is one of the reasons that people completely fall in love with Anacortes, because between obviously the sound that we have here and the salt water, all the lakes, and not to mention the rain, you know, water is just a way of life in Western Washington. I mean that sincerely. And in a world where water and access to water is becoming increasingly an issue, it's really, really, really nice to live in a place where you never have to worry about water, and also where you get to be around water. Spectacularly beautiful. I'm going to show you a couple more things. Let's go around this side of the house first. I want to show you the grounds, because this again is 2.1 acres. Oh, there's an alarm on my phone. Let's turn that off. So the sellers took this already beautiful property and they added, like I said, even more to it in the way of plantings. Oh, look at John. He's so smart. He beat me to it. So beautiful, beautiful grassy area.
Bring hot dogs?
And a fire pit. No, I thought you were gonna bring hot dogs. Just kidding. We don't have any hot dogs. Not yet, at least. Oh, look at these. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, he wants me to get a shot right down here. Look at that. Beautiful old growth cedars. Or, you know, relatively old growth. They're second growth, yeah. But they're still, they're second growth. Almost all the old growth in this area was logged many, many years ago. But the second growth is spectacular. Look at this. And here is your seasonal creek, which meanders. It's a meandering creek. Oh,